morning, everyone. See,
Hey.
Usually it would have unmuted me that time, but it didn't. I had to unmute myself. This is so weird. Anyway, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Aquatic Morning Show. It is Monday, and you're where the Aquarius go to be in the know on the Aquatic Morning Show. Good morning, crew. Good morning. How are y'all?
Oh, it's
fun.
Good weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of panel streams this weekend. I got to lurk on some of them, not all of them, but some of them. So, and then I know for the first time in a really long time, Griffin streamed last night, and I got to catch a wee bit of that. But I had such a bad migraine yesterday; it was like not good. But we'd had probably because we had such a good time on Saturday at the lake for Landon's birthday party. We probably just overdid it.
I couldn't even make it through Kenny's stream last night. It's like I just crashed. It's like, oh my God, I can't do it.
I didn't even say hi in a Kenny stream.
I got about 40 minutes in it. It's like, man, I'm just sitting here like doing this.
I missed a lot of
what's wrong
streams
with me
this weekend for sure.
I finally had the energy to be around in streams this weekend, and it was a fantastic weekend for streaming, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
We started it with Saturday morning cartoons with a super special co-host because Jason had forsaken me.
For a fish swap, right?
Yeah.
He swapped in Shannon for Fishymon.
Yeah. And a super sick fish swap, so I can't blame him.
No.
He doesn't have guppus like I do. He has like every 3 months or something.
Yeah.
Just rub it in, would you?
Yes.
Every 3 months. I've never been to a fish swap ever.
Me either.
The only one that we have is the DFW, and it's about the same. I think it's about every 3 months, and I don't go unless there's a fish swap, and I hadn't even gone to one of those in over a year.
The only fish swap I've ever been to is when I snatched one out of this tank and put it in that one, put one over here to that one.
Now, if you include that, I do that all the time.
You got to do what you got to do when you live out in the country.
Right.
That's a fish swap, technically.
Yep.
If
you buy them, is it considered a fish swap if you pay for them?
You're swapping money and fish.
Yeah, so it's a fish money swap.
I would drive to Seattle for a fish swap, and that's like depending on what time you go. Like if it's in the middle of the night, you can get there in 3 hours, but otherwise it's like 4.5 hours. So Steven, sounds like you found yourself a DFW swap to go to. It's just a 4-hour drive each way.
Long to get there.
A DFW swap would be about 7-hour drive for me.
Yeah.
3 hours for Jess, right?
Yeah.
3 hour tour.
Okay, there's got to be somewhere.
Oh, well, okay. We do have a club. It's called the Southeastern Louisiana Aquarium Society, and I am sort of in Southeast Louisiana, except it's still about an hour and a half drive to their meetings, and then it's like a little sad. So,
yeah,
I would have to leave the house for a fish swap, and I would if it was like maybe a 20-minute drive. Over 300 plants sold at auction yesterday. It was fun. See, if I have to know that there's gonna be something awesome there for me to really like be geared up to drive.
Right, and the DFW is pretty good, but still, I don't think I would drive. It's not an Aquashella. It's not, it's just a smaller club sale. But
it can be better than Aquashella if you know that they have something that you really, really, really want.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
There's more variety of swap.
At Guppus, there's always stuff that I want. Every time.
Yes.
Like, I don't even know that I want it. And then they say what it is, and I'm like, oh, I want that. So, like, you just got to have a little faith. Like, there's definitely stuff there that you want. You just, it might not be everything some days. And then other days you'll show up and you're like, I really need this fish. And you'll find 4 fish tanks, substrate, and all the plants you need to scape it for like $100.
Or
Like,
a piece of wood.
Lots of wood. There's tons of wood at auction. Piles of it.
Oh, I really need this particular shape of wood. And there it might be.
If I live near Portland, or even like within a couple hours of Portland, I'd probably drive to that swap. I'd make the drive just because I know that that's a good club. I'd have faith in that club versus the Louisiana one, which I don't think it's been active since the pandemic.
Well, the other thing you could do is you could be the person with all the super sick stuff at the swap, and then everybody's going to see you, new guy, rolling in, rocking all this sick stuff, and they're going to be like, oh, nay. This is my turf. Let me show you what I've got. And then they'll give you, like, you'll start talking, and they'll be like, well, this is what I've got in my fish room. And you can be like, oh, I need that, or I need to see that. And then you go in there and you see something they didn't even think to tell you about. That is the coolest thing ever. One time I showed up for a backyard picnic and I found freshwater stingrays. I was like, what is happening in this basement? Amazing things. That's what.
Nice.
Freshwater stingray is amazing all the way around.
Yeah.
Joe and Lori put out a video about their little stingray. It comes up and takes food out their hands.
That's cool.
And he says that if he doesn't give her attention, she throws little fits.
There's some kind of sea ray they have at the zoos. Is it called a cow? A cow sea ray or cow? Anyway, that's what they use for the kids to be able to come up to the side and they eat from your hands, and I mean they're just as gentle as can be, and they let you pet them and everything. Of course, they don't want you petting them, but the sea rays want you to pet them, so it's kind of lame. But it wanted me to. It told me so.
At this aquarium near me, they do have like this round thing in the center with all these stingrays and stuff, and they actually, like, if you want to touch it.
Yes. Yeah, I wish they would let us or would be okay with it. I do it anyway because I feel like I'm special. But
in your mind, you are.
Screw the rules. The rules are for everybody else.
I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Y'all shut up.
Like, when I say I'm special, all definitions apply. So, like, it's not just a good
special,
thing.
Exceptional.
Yeah, I am across the board. I'm special, super fun, special, super needy, special, little slow.
Hey,
all of
whatever it takes. Well, let me get
to have a well-rounded personality. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it. It's how it plays out.
More like an octagon. I'm like.
It's a little wall every time, so you got to turn the other direction. Like those vacuums. Like, oh no, hit something. Got to turn around, go the other way.
That Austin Powers scene where he's sideways in the tunnel.
Sometimes my brain clicks and like, oh, the jokes, I get them, and then sometimes I'll be like, yeah, that was funny. No,
that's me all the time. I was like, oh, that's supposed to be a joke.
It just depends if something has woken up. I don't know.
Ding, 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 ding.
Maybe it's just a blonde moment stopping it. I don't know.
Well, good morning, Miss Lori. Thank you for being here in Modern Force this morning. Mystery Snow Guardians. # I am a snail. Bigfoot Fish Tanks. Good morning. Atomic Ink Injections 47. Scrolling. Because I went all the way back up to as far as it would let me, which I hope was the front or beginning. Victoria Lee Creates. Good morning. Minnow Aquarium Guy. I really need to grab my glasses. Eric Wyrock. Good morning.
Hey, week.
Sharpie. Oh, I don't know what it just did. Kenny. I think it jumped, but I don't know how far. Oops.
Darn it.
Fishy Mon.
He got us some pretty new plants the other day.
Freshwater ichthyology. He did.
Yeah, when he ran away with my co-host.
What, Rebecca?
I never say the name right, but Reddish Brown? Brown. Oh my gosh, Doss. Where did I get
Doss.
brown from? I just picked brown out of the sky.
So one of those moments.
There you go.
It's
Mr.
my test.
brain. He's like,
Isn't it
brown.
my test the way you say it? My test.
I thought it was Ritesh. I don't know.
Ritesh Brown.
Maybe I'm
He's
saying it wrong the whole time.
I call him Ricky. I heard somebody else say that, so I don't know. I'm just repeating.
Well,
what I
Vina,
heard.
Fish Clan. Good morning,
Melvin.
Melvin. I said, this is going to be one of them days. Good morning, Melvin. Amazon Research Center. Good morning,
What's in
Doc.
that cup? What's in that cup? We need to know.
I know, right? 3G. Good morning, Greg. It jumped again. It flashes and jumps. What's world? Good morning.
I miss
You can
it.
call me Ricky Jess. Okay, I will
Aw.
if I remember. Thank you.
If there's brown in the sky, stay indoors. Man,
Right.
what would that even mean?
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
raining turds.
I would stay inside too.
I don't know. I don't. It's just, I don't know. Man, this sucker is jumping all over the place, and I don't know why.
You see 3G?
Oh. Debbie Holding, good morning. Look, if I miss you, I'm sorry, Mike. This is jumping all over the place for real. It's just, it flashes and then it jumps. It is raining. Or maybe that's the brown.
Yeah,
Tank yourself.
that's
I
what I
like
was wondering about.
Although
Raining.
it's not brown here, it's just as sunny as can be. But, me and Shannon are using the same Starbucks mug, but you have the Chicago one.
Oh, but the problem is mine's broken, you guys. Look. You
It's
see this?
broke.
There's nothing in it. There's no
Oh yeah,
coffee
it's definitely broken.
Did I say, I see, okay, Kelly, good morning, Kelly. That's the one that was talking about the brown stuff.
Well, Kelly didn't
Keep
start the
circling
brown.
back to the brown because
brown
I don't
sky.
know how long I can hold back jokes.
I learned how to pronounce my name properly when you were 12.
it.
I hate to ask what it was prior to that.
That's like
Mm.
my name is spelled Debra. So why don't you just say it Debra?
Debra.
Debra. You know?
Is that
That's a
like
verb.
Because it's the English language. It doesn't make sense.
So I could say it French like it's Debra.
I was just talking to
That's
Jason
French.
about how weird English is, and we were talking about pear and like the 3 different meanings of pear and the exact same pronunciation, but all 3 different spellings, and it's like, come on.
Because everybody's saying hi to Ben, but I don't see Ben.
Uh-oh.
Just came in, Benny.
Oh, yep, I see him.
Okay. Hey, good morning, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Let's see, you did miss Joe Shrimp Shack is here.
Joe Shrimp Shack. Good morning, Joe.
Jacob from Triple J came in. It might have been
Triple J. Triple J is also my ranch name and my landscaping name. No, it's not.
Really?
It's Twisted J because of the 3 J's. We were going to call it Triple J.
Oh, so you just briefly
love
forgot
you.
the name of your own, like.
And And you
Okay.
wonder why she struggles with your name, y'all. Like she
Well-
can't get her own name right.
Listen, it's early,
Look,
and
I just have to say I'm thrown off this one. It's okay.
I don't brain very well before like 5 p.m. Honestly.
Well, it woke me up,
Go.
and Landon wakes me up. I have my alarm set. I was good up at 6:30. Shower, redo makeup, hair, everything. And Landon gets me up at 6:45. So I guess I missed my 6:30 alarm. 6:45 saying Mama missed the bus. And I'm like, you missed the bus on your birthday, dude? Really? So I had to get up and run him to school. And then if I ever take him to school, I'm going to stop and get me some donut holes. I'm going to do it because it's right there. I don't ever get to stop and do it. But when I take him to school, I'm going to get donut holes. So then I stop and get my donut holes. Headed home. And I was going to stop and get me a Coke like I always do. Completely forgot to do that. Just passed it right on up. And I had to turn around and go get my Coke because I got to have a Coke. Then I've made it home. Or had not a lot of time to do my shower and everything. So I rushed through that and then, made it here to the stream 5 minutes till. So I'm doing good.
I was beginning to wonder if I was going to have to push the button myself.
And I made it with clothes on. So, I mean.
Hey. As long as you make it, girl.
And I even got Miss Dee Dee, the Coffee Cup sponsor's thing taped on her mug.
I did not order your
Ripped
mug.
off the other one real fast.
And I call him David. And Anita Dab is in here.
I need it.
And somebody else.
Debbie
Skull
Holdings came in, and
Skull.
did Whip just come in?
I don't see Skull.
No, Whip's been in.
Okay.
Whip Skull just came in the last minute or so. Yeah, because a while ago Sharpie said something to him, said, Whip, go tank yourself.
Well, I think Whip came in and said, let's all get tanked.
Hey.
Oh, he's been doing that, yeah. So
Yeah.
Sharpie told him to go tank himself. Oh, Merdul has a new video out.
He does.
Oh,
Is it
I
with a
have to go
new
see what that's all about.
song?
I do not know.
We'll have to go watch it.
No, I have not seen it.
Bex is
I'm
here.
going to go refill my coffee. I'll be right back.
All right, you do that. Gotta have the coffee.
And there's Bex.
Bex, good morning, Bex.
I gotta go do something too.
I found I don't know if it's a gold or if it's just a regular, I gotta think of the name of it. White Cloud Minnow. I think it's the gold. Which one of those tanks are in my living room, and the other tank is way over here across on the side on the bottom. Right. But I found it over here in my blue dream tank.
Mm.
Wow.
I have no clue.
They jump
The
No,
brown
really, really
rain.
far.
man, that sucker would have had to jump, done some somersaults. I mean, I don't know how it made it all the way over here. And then I was thinking, okay, well, maybe it just got stuck in a net, right? Nope, didn't get stuck in a net. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe I moved some plants, and it was in the plants. I haven't put any plants in that tank since I started it. So only other thing I can think of is that when I brought them home, they were in a bucket that I got from Greg, or when I was catching them for Miss Dee Dee, one of them jumped out of the container as I was getting everything ready to bag. That's the only, and it just happened to make it into water instead of the floor and me not know. That's the
Fish
only
do
thing I
like
can
to get
picture.
stuck in a net.
I mean, I've seen it last night. I was like, wait, there's not supposed to be a fish in this tank. Wow. Wow.
A little much.
I think Doc needs some more coffee or something. Maybe we need to get him some.
I got something in the mail this weekend. I got a new bug this weekend. It came in the mail. These are on flash apistos.
Okay, back up just a little bit.
Back it up.
Oh, who made that?
That's pretty cool. JC
Beautiful.
Weaver.
Jen Weaver?
And the way the thing came, the way whoever produced it, I think it was Shutterfly. They put.
Oh,
They put
Shutterfly.
a-
Yeah, they make mugs. Yeah.
Oh, I got it upside down. But see, there's her name too.
There it goes. It get focused in. There we go. Yeah,
So I thought that was cool. It's a nice
that is
big
pretty.
chunky cup. I didn't put
Yeah.
anything in it because I wanted to show off the bottom too.
Okay, that's nice.
But yeah, it's
It's
a decent sized cup.
yeah. Is it a 2-cupper? It's a twofer.
This is a real cup. This
It's
is
a
what
real
you need first thing in the morning. That's what you need. If you're a coffee drinker, that'll get you going. I drink Coke in the morning though.
Doc said he's just frisky.
Yeah, I know. Doc's always frisky.
Always.
There's too coolie for schoolie.
Too coolie for schoolie. Good morning. That's a bit much for the morning. She sent Skip something cool. Oh, she sent Skipper something cool too. What'd Skipper
Yeah.
get?
He did an unboxing.
MFTAQ. Good morning.
She sent him some fishes.
Oh, what kind of fishy?
Cannot remember.
Oh.
I know I watched it and I commented on it.
Well, you did more than I did then. Because Saturday I didn't have any time because we don't have any reception out at the lake. The only thing I can do at the lake is video. And then, of course, yesterday I had the migraine, so I was down and out. But I did what I could do. Oh, everybody's getting goodies, but you feel left out. No, you're never left out, Doc. I bet all you got to do is say what you want. Then it might
And
happen.
Doc, I need your address.
See, there you go. And it begins.
You can email and put your address in it.
I forgot, but it was a keel.
But it was Keel. I don't know. Keel?
Cool.
Cool.
I like the way, yeah.
Kelly.
Cool.
My brain.
It was Keel.
Cool.
My brain was stressed this weekend.
Mm.
Anytime I'm out in the sun for a long time, like I love going to the lake, whatever, but the sun being really bright in the sky and it reflecting off the water typically triggers my migraines.
And it
Yeah.
may be,
Yeah.
I haven't ever had that issue before. I just think a lot from Friday to Saturday night, and I had kids Saturday night that it was just a lot. And that was enough. That was enough to trigger it.
Yeah.
Every horse show that I went to, I always came back with a migraine.
Yeah.
Being in that sun all day.
Well, and I think too, it was also had something to do with my sinuses as well. It could have been a sinus headache or a stress headache. One brought it on as a full blown migraine. But it happens. I've had them ever since I was little.
Shanna, you look like you're really far away sitting in the world's largest chair.
Yep.
I know. Like I'm trying to go for that. Not proportion, perspective. I'm trying to look like Jess's size. Is it working?
Am I
I
little?
just want to know
little.
where do you find a chair like that?
It's just a regular size chair. Just
Well,
perspective.
Okay, I got to figure that out then.
You look like
I know.
I'm looking through one of those little tunnel things, and I need to put you in, focus you a little bit closer.
We have like I'm having driver issues, I think is what the deal is. And I'm desperately trying to figure out a better angle. Okay, hold on. I gotta get my thing for the back of my phone. Because all of these are trash. It's all bad. It's all bad. And I'm trying not to be weird about it, but here I am being weird because it's all bad.
Kelly is on standby to coach Annette's kitty through birth.
She's a
Okay.
doula.
Yeah, Gardens has a very pregnant cat right now that I think should have given birth last week, maybe this week.
Wow.
So we're on kitten watch.
Okay.
You let it start storming. Those little kitties will come out.
Yes, Dee Dee.
They like to come out to storm. I have Skipper's video
Sure.
we got, so
Let's roll it.
scared.
He won't care.
If he does, what's he gonna do?
He
I
won't.
can't come beat us up or anything. Whoa! Very loud.
Now we can't hear it at all, Dee Dee.
Today, we're going to do an unboxing video. I got some pretty cool fish from Jennifer Weaver. I had to open them up. I wanted to make sure everything was fine because of the mailing. I don't get what's going on with this nowadays. But they're doing well. She packaged them very well. It looks a mess right now because I tore into it. So, here we go. First off, she sent me a coffee mug. That looks like that is the orange flash of pistos. But I got the super reds. Here are the females. They're doing really well. Swimming around in there like nuts. And here are the two males. All right, just stay tuned. And we're going to go ahead and get these packs undone and acclimated. We'll see what happens. All right. So here we go. The super red pistos have been acclimated. They are 2 males, 2 females. And they just need to get acclimated and settled down. So we're just going to let them go. Maybe we'll get some footage tomorrow or whatever. Let them get used to the tank. They're going to go hide, of course. And I want to thank Jennifer Weaver for sending these to me. Thank you very much. All right. Everybody have a good day, and thank you all for taking your time out for watching. Goodbye.
Bye, Skipper.
Nice.
Goodbye, he said.
He's
Bye.
fine.
Bye-bye.
He's just straightforward and to the point. Well, those are some pretty fish that he got. Now, will he take the 2 pairs and separate them, or will he keep them together as 2 pairs in 1 tank? I wonder, because I don't know anything about them. But very, very.
I think they're very similar to cribs. I don't know, but they seem to be like a whole lot like cribs.
I have no more cribs.
Just that they're very small.
That's what you think.
No,
What you think?
unless
Didn't
there's a
you-
baby left in there that I didn't see. But it don't matter if there is; it's gone. I'm done. I have had my day with cribs.
You're
I think I
dead.
can skip cribs completely because guppies.
They're pretty. They really are. When they
You're
are
pretty.
when they are flashing, and they are so pretty, but they breed so much.
You just need a tank of males. I had
Yeah.
mine.
Good morning, Danny. Well, glad you could yo-yo and make it to the Aquatic Morning Show. Do you yo-yo your way here?
I didn't see Danny. Did I miss Danny too?
I bet he can do all the yo-yo tricks, like whatever they call all those things.
The cradle thing and walk
Yeah.
the dog.
I never could do any of it. I could just do the up and down.
Oh, there
It took me like 6 months to learn how to do a yo-yo up and down, but I taught myself how to walk on 55-gallon drums on their sides, like up and down hills through our property in like 3. But a yo-yo, couldn't figure it out.
What? You can
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
be on one of the 55-gallon drum and walk it up and down hills and not fall off. That's kind of cool.
Well, because we went to timber. I grew up in a logging town and like used to have a mill and everything. Then the mill got shut down and stuff changed. But they used to have the Timber Fest, which was a logging festival. And I would see these guys out there on logs in the water, spinning the logs. And like, or then it's two guys on one log trying to knock the other guy off and keep
in the water.
And I was like, that looked amazing. But I had a little creek and 0 logs. So we had a bunch of empty old drums. I was like, this seems plausible. So I just spent like, this was before the internet, before cable. It was before we had a Nintendo.
Right.
Like,
it's when kids played outside.
There was nothing else. Like, this is what you do when you have to entertain yourself.
I was going to ask how you figure out how you can do that without like killing yourself.
Like, start on flat ground. And we actually had a little ditch in the middle of our yard, which I never understood why, but the drum just fit kind of in it. Like, it was a perfect little rest stop for it. So I could stand on there and kind of wiggle it and wiggle it. And by the time I could get it out of the ditch without eating it, like, I was kind of good to like go for a little walkabout.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'd have eaten dirt probably too many times.
I whacked the back of my head. I think legitimately I probably got at least 3 concussions.
Okay, so it did take some figuring out.
Yeah.
To get that going. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The best part though was that to anybody watching, it looked like I was standing on a drum that wasn't moving and just falling off. So my mom was concerned.
On good ground successfully, let alone a log roll. Rico. Good morning, Rico.
Jason says I'm currently eating dirt.
Well,
my brother ate dirt and slugs as a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly and I had a very similar hobby back in the day. She said there was no internet when I was a kid. I used to enjoy lighting matches for fun. I really did. I lived in the country and we had bonfires and I really loved to burn stuff.
Did you eat the match after lighting it? Do you don't remember that phase?
No.
So when we were running, I don't know, I was in middle school and people would bring matches and they would light the match on the bus, hurry up, put it out, and then eat the sulfur. It was a thing.
Did you get high from it or something?
I didn't do it at all. I don't know. I just know they did it. I didn't do it.
There's no reward for that other than you just ate some sulfur.
Unless they thought the taste
sounds like a popular kid had like pica or whatever that thing is where you eat
dirt
stuff that isn't food.
Yeah.
Lick the ashes out of an ashtray and
like that My Crazy Addiction thing or whatever.
Oh my gosh. I can't get, I've seen that. And the one thing I can't get past is that one lady who eats foam.
Yeah, out of the couch.
Out of the couches, cushions. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you do that?
That is so gross. That is like full, like
it is
dead skin cells.
Yes.
Dust.
She carries it around with her.
Feet. Oh.
Couches gain weight over the years.
Or does she just absorb everything?
It just works its way through, like with everything else.
But she eats
hard on the gut.
Pounds of it a day, and they did take during the show she does go to the doctor, and the doctor tells all the things wrong that could happen to her for eating all this foam. But
they like X-ray her and be like, hey, you've got like a little Chase Lounge in your stomach right now.
I don't remember exactly why, or what came of it, but she definitely that's
true.
Hard air stuck in the cells of the foam.
You tell us something must entertain me this morning.
He's not wrong.
I mean, it was crazy. That's the one I can't get over. I mean, I not that I can see any of them being sane, but that one, it just, I can't get past. I'm like, how do you do that? People get high on whiteners and super glues. Well, yeah, but that's a chemical that does it. This does nothing. She just likes the taste of it.
There was a guy who was
Stop.
getting high from huffing bags of popcorn. And it turns out there's like an actual thing, like the chemical reaction that goes off in the microwave to like pop and all, like whatever happens with microwave popcorn, there's something in there that does something. And if you like huff it right after, like it comes out of the microwave, it gets you high.
Wow.
Like, and this kid was fully strung out. Like,
Dang.
his room was covered with popcorn. Like, I'm like, this can't be real.
Pretty sure whatever he's huffing is like essence of cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. He's huffing brain cancer.
Yeah.
People eat drywall.
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard of that.
Yuck.
Oh yeah. Well, kids eat lead paint chips because lead paint tastes sweet.
Yes, they do. Your killies go out today. I have them right here, ready to be put in their bags. Have been fasted for 3 days. They're ready to go. They are.
Didn't Jenny have a grandbaby this weekend?
She sure did. Yeah.
Yes, I'm in the dark.
That's so cool. Congratulations.
The sun went in a little bit. I didn't get up.
Okay. Don't read that one out loud.
I didn't. I was trying not to spray my coffee. I think some went up my nose. Thanks, Rico.
I love you, Rico, but we ain't saying that out loud.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
He's like trying to get me in trouble because he knows I'm supposed to be on good behavior here. And then he puts stuff like that in chat. And I'm like,
well, Shanna, it's because we missed Ladies' Night.
I know. Are you so excited that Ladies' Night is coming back?
I am very excited.
It is like, it'll be me, Jess, Dee Dee, and so much more.
This is what y'all are going to see on me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty late on my end, too.
It's 11:30 starting for me.
Yeah, it's 10:30 Central, but it's Friday.
And I hadn't even told Joe. He's going to look at me like, what the... Yes.
Yeah, but I get up at 7 on Fridays. And I'm 20-something years older than all the rest of you little young whippersnappers.
You have to go to bed early on whatever day before.
No, because that's Thursday night. We have Thursday night lined up.
That's digging the panel lineup.
Hours on end.
Yep, it's gonna be fun.
And there's new co-hosts, but I'm saving that. I think
the night of. Just reveal. All will be revealed the night of. How about that?
Oh, I don't know if I can keep my big fat mouth shut that long though.
I don't know. Be like Liquid Zoo, who is promising us a mystery co-host, and we haven't met them yet.
He's kept his mouth shut for like a month.
Yeah.
Yep, you can do it. Because I mean, what we got like another 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, this is gonna be hard for her. But you can do it.
I need like a gag.
Put one of those things
but
on.
I am going to try to get a nap on Friday, so I'll be ready. Because y'all will catch me at my vulnerable moments if I'm just really sleepy.
Yep.
Loose lips, sink ships.
Pre-game nap, and then you're good to go.
But you know, it's kind of hard to get food up like at 10:30 at night.
At 10:30 at night is what you get that's happened the rest of the day.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, here I am.
No, I'm 30 years older than the rest of them. I have to foo-foo.
Well, like, you all don't have to come on if you don't want to.
We'll come on and say, foo-foo.
I mean, can't come on looking as haggardy as it is at that time of night.
At least I'm gonna brush my hair.
I came on stream here one morning, forgot to brush my hair.
Poetic Song says she got some daphnia plants from Sue AZ and cool orange guppies at the Irving Expo on Saturday. Ooh, I want to get some more daphnia. I want to try it again. I kept them alive for about 2 weeks last time. But they ate all my green water, and then I tried to feed them with spirulina, and it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough.
I don't even know what that really is yet.
And then I took them outside, and the mosquito larvae out competed them, or either ate them. I don't know.
10:30 p.m. is
Cleavage
cleavage
crumbs
crumbs
and
and
food
food
stain.
stains time.
Yes, to be sure.
My goodness. So
Especially
what did Fishymon?
Eat like this a lot.
What did Fishymon and Depths Unknown, Jason? What they get from the fish swap? Do you know?
No, they don't even tell me these things. You would think they would like video
What a
call me
brag.
with an update,
Yeah,
like showing everything that they got so I can be like in the
part of
know,
it, right?
right? Like I could
Since he
just fly
dished
out
you.
there and go, but I guess they're being a clique now, a little boys club. And they're
Fishy
keeping
Mud got
their
some pinky red
swap
plants.
secret.
Pinky red plants.
Yeah, they weren't pink flamingo, which is notoriously known for, but they were the other red plants, Stephen.
Poetic Song
Shimon
dressed
says Pink Flamingo is not doing that great.
I don't know whose does.
He's had some pretty ones though for a while, and doesn't have
I don't know where mine
CO2.
went. I don't even know where mine went. I don't even know what tank I put it in, and then I guess it disintegrated. Poetic Song says, I don't know how to keep Daphne alive yet, per se, but I'm guessing I'll feed them before I have to worry about that. Well, I wanted to keep it going. I wanted the culture to keep going. And I did well for a little while, but I just ran out of, I guess, enough green water. And then I don't know if the spray, I don't know what I was doing wrong exactly, but I would like to try it again because I do like feeding them. It's easier. I feel more at peace of mind feeding the Daphnia than I do feeding mosquito larvae. Because, I mean, I have got a bowl out or a glass jar outside that has got, I let a lot of mosquitoes start in it. But then I have a lid that I keep over the top of it. So the mosquitoes, they can't leave. They can breed right there in the top, but they can't leave. So I feed from it, but I'm scared that if I feed too many, they're not going to eat it. And then I'm going to have mosquitoes on the house.
And I had that happen to me.
Yeah. So
What is a dead rock? Just any rock?
It's not live rock, I guess.
Just a rock?
Yeah.
All the rocks that I have are dead.
although what?
I have some
Rocks.
crystals that might be alive. I don't know. They're fancy
Alternatera
rocks.
Renekii. That would be like Scarlet Temple or other ones. They're all very similar looking though.
Steven,
Oh.
Annette wants me to tell you that you're beautiful. You're so
Thank you for relaying that message.
beautiful to me.
Oh God.
Can't you see?
Mosquito breeding is illegal out there. Well, I don't know how they're going to stop it here.
It just yeah.
That's
Mosquito
how
breeding
it's on.
it means it's illegal to have a bucket of water in your yard because that's all you would need.
Oh, well, use yeast to feed mosquito larvae are great food sources. Plus, mosquitoes won't breed unless the females get a blood meal. Use yeast to feed the Daphnia.
Okay.
Yep.
You like
yeast.
just sprinkle it in?
Yep, you can feed yeast to brine shrimp too.
about that?
Like what kind of yeast? Like the ones you buy in the little packets at the store?
You can get a jar of powder yeast, like just very fine powder. Not all rocks with an X are dead. Semi-conscious, pre-coffee though. Yeah, well, there is no thinking or anything before the caffeine.
Christopher
Medeiros.
Medeiros. Good morning. Welcome.
That's only Oscar's nephew.
Only Oscar's nephew. I ain't seen only Oscar's in a while. Is he working?
She's usually on like with Hippie John and them at night.
Yeah, she's up late.
You would be the blood meal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mosquitoes
Start-
really like me. Like I'm very much loved by mosquitoes.
Mix, but how much though? That's my problem. How do you know how much to feed them? You mix up one of those full packets to a 10-gallon. You know, I don't know. Can you overfeed them? I guess.
Oh well, yeah, you can overfeed for
Sour
sure.
the water, right?
Yeah, especially yeast. Can you imagine like overabundance of yeast mixed with water with living things in there?
A pinch.
Yeah,
Your tank would just start foaming.
yummy.
A pinch.
How much are Daphnia these days? I think I bought my last ones off eBay. Like I'm pretty sure I did. I had also bought some more white worms or whatever. White worms or Welch worms. I don't remember. I think they're white, but I bought them and they were alive and put them in the thing and everything, and I can't find them. They don't come up to eat. So either they're not big enough or I didn't do something right.
Size of a
Is that an
finger.
eighth of a teaspoon?
I don't know. It says it's a pinch. This is a
Why- they don't tell you the exact measurement. Like I don't care a pinch and a dash and a smidge.
Right.
All
and
my
a
life,
flick.
I have just grabbed a pinch and threw it in baking stuff, not knowing there was actually a measurement for a pinch.
Well, if I want to fertilize my tank, I want to know more than a pinch and a dash.
What's a dash?
This is a nip. That's a nip.
Is a dash? Yeah, the dash smaller than a pinch.
The dash is the biggest, the pinch is next below, and then the smidgen is next, and then the nip is the smallest.
A nip.
Yeah.
Oi.
I'm gonna go measure out this pinch in this other spoon. See what it
One
comes up.
nip.
Daphnia is expensive right now. Woo! And I don't know how in the heck they think they're going to count these suckers, but for 200 of them, which is not a lot, $21. So it's about $1 a Daphnia.
Oh my god.
Or 50 cents. What is that? Yeah.
Oh.
No, if it was $1 a Daphnia, it'd be
No.
$200. So it's what?
No, it's 10 cents a Daphnia.
10 cents a Daphnia. That's still a lot.
Yeah, is that 200? That looks like
Yeah.
way more than 200, but I don't know.
That's what they say is 200. I used to buy them as 1,000 or 2,000. Now I tried these fairies, the fairy eggs, and I can't get them to hatch. They're supposed to be the freshwater baby brown shrimp.
Oh,
Just so you know, a pinch is very, very close to 1/8 of a teaspoon.
well, that's what it is then.
Yeah. And those are cheaper, a lot cheaper, but I can't get them to hatch.
Yep, this is my fish tank set. I have another set just like it in my baking drawer.
Berry shrimp eggs.
Yep.
Are they meant to be hatched or are they like decapsulated just for fish food?
So they're meant to be hatched. See, this is the ones I still have some. Let's see, hang on.
Doc says he has a 400-gallon tub that he used to culture Daphnia, put in some air. Mosquitoes will not like the water. Not an air stone.
I've tried it once. And this container was like $20. This little bitty container. But I couldn't hatch them. Well, how do you hatch them, Doc? What am I doing wrong? It just says get a scoop of them, put them in water. The next day you'll have them.
That ain't fishy mine, Kenny.
That might be.
I got that message too.
Yeah, they've been changing tactics. It was Fishymon got hacked. So if he's not the real Fishymon, if you're not getting a message from the real Fishymon, like his new name is the real Fishymon,
So
then
spam
yeah.
it.
But
Add
like
water.
first they were messaging me about cryptocurrency and then some other random thing, and now they're talking about aquariums. So it's
I did the
something
same
about
thing.
voting for him about
Yeah,
for
as an
something.
influencer or something.
Yeah. So just report the account.
Not enough movement in the water. Or
This
excess
one-
protein.
Well, you gotta break the surface.
This one says, I'm contesting for an ambassadorship spot at the Online Influencers Program. Can you please vote me in? That's the one I got from Kurt on
Yep.
Instagram.
That's the latest one going around.
So that one is fraud.
Yeah, I don't,
Report the account, not just delete it.
How do you-
yeah.
What do you do about it?
There should
Add
be
a
a
comment.
report option somewhere. And then just ignore it after you
Oh, I
report
see. There's report. Okay.
it. Sharpie says, even if it is Fishymon, report it anyway.
Yeah.
Quit bothering us about this crap, Fishymon.
Yeah, I'm not
Choose a
voting for
topic.
you as an influencer.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, Kenny gave them his phone number.
Oh, no.
Kenny,
Okay.
you're
so
not old enough to be my grandpa, but I will come over there and screen your emails and messages if you need me to. Do not send any money to anybody over in Africa, especially if they're a prince.
I think that ship has sailed.
He
Don't
wants
worry about
my account to send me some money. Should I worry about having my account number? If he's going to
Dr.
send you money.
I'll come visit you after I'm done at Kenny's house. We'll go through your messages too.
I like the one where they say your Amazon card has a $1,500 charge. I said, oh my God, I'm getting $1,500 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that MacBook
That's
better be
gotta
coming my
fake
way.
stuff.
I've been watching those hackers that hack the hackers lately.
Yeah.
And that's what that reminded. That you got $1,500, but then you call back and they say, "Oh, well, no, that's too much. We were only supposed to send you $15. You need to send us $1,000 back."
You're like, nah. Mm-mm. This is a one-way. It's like a one-way street here, buddy.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
send
one-way
$200 back.
relationship.
My husband loves to get those calls. Loves them. When he's got the time. And they usually
Just
just
talks and
say
talks.
cussing and hang up. Or one guy actually knows his voice and he'll say F word and hang up.
So, Doc, I'm looking. Should I add not my tap water, but should I add like,
Oh my God.
I don't know, like half and half? Like maybe make the TDS is like only 200 instead of the almost 500 that I've got. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, you got to start adding in some of your RO water to your tank to drop down those TDSs because yours are like chunky water. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
no tap water. So straight RO.
Apparently we need a doc to come on and explain this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come up
RO
here and
water.
explain
RO
the fairy egg thing.
Can't you just go buy distilled water too?
Holy crap, Kelly. said my dad sent a scammer $3,000 in iTunes gift cards. What a nightmare.
My cousin sent almost 20,000 to one of those Nigerians.
Oh. Luckily, the worst my parents have done is bought one of those fake antivirus programs, the ones that like infect your computer and then act like you need that program to fix it. But luckily, they used a credit card and they just like charge back.
I have little valve things on all my lines off of my linear piston thing, because some of them it is too much. I even have my little bowls on that.
With my air pumps, I have like different sized air pumps for the tanks and stuff. So like most of the time, I just shove it into a sponge filter and let it rip. Get my surface agitation and my filtration all done at the same time. That may or may not be a good idea, but it's just the answer that I have.
Well, my little shrimp tanks is the one that I cut it down on. The others, the fish, if they got fish, I'm good. But
So what about them fairy shrimp, Doc?
Well, fairy shrimp are found in systems we call ephemeral ponds. So it's a puddle of water that dries up. So they will hatch the next time it rains. So what kind of water is rainwater?
RO.
RO. So add RO. They're not going to hatch immediately.
Okay.
It may take a couple days, and to get up to about a ½ inch, it's going to take a couple weeks for them to grow that large.
Okay.
So you just have to add, I would add cool water, not cold water, but cool water to begin with.
So does it need a bubbler in it or anything, or just sits there?
Nope.
Okay.
I would use like a little sweater box or something, throw them in there.
Okay.
And then add water.
All right. Well, I will try it again, because last time I just used my tap water and dechlorinated it, so maybe that's why.
Well, and some of them, if they're heat treated at all, they're probably going to be dead.
Heat treated?
Yeah, sometimes they dry them out in a drying oven.
Okay.
And so that will kill the eggs, but you should get some out of it.
I'm going to say, why would they sell them for you to be able to hatch them out if they heat treated them?
Because they sell anything online.
Oh.
Because people are dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I put the whole bottle in there, or just try with about half of it again?
Well, how many eggs supposedly in there? 60,000?
There were. Now there's probably maybe, I don't know. I only did like a little bit last time.
I would put in one of Dee Dee's pinch.
Okay, I can do that.
An eighth of
Which
a
would probably be
teaspoon.
like 2,000 or 3,000.
Yeah. And if you get 10% hatching, that's still 200. So it's it's not bad.
And they'll breed and rehatch. I mean,
well, they'll breed, but you're going to have to let the eggs dry out. So they're basically the freshwater equivalent to brine shrimp.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got to keep buying eggs.
And well, that's what I thought, and that's what I wanted to get them. That way, I didn't have to deal with salt water or anything like that.
Yeah.
But and there is someone on YouTube that does raise them. So I just figured, well, I could do the freshwater and just do the fairy shrimp instead of the salt and see how that went. But I haven't had any luck with them yet. But I haven't done it in RO either. So
yeah.
Cool. All
and
right.
if you don't have an RO system,
Yep.
distilled works, right?
Yeah, just go buy some, a gallon of water. That's more than enough for that.
Mary
Yeah.
Page. Hello. How are y'all doing on your goal? I know Rico was asking, but I didn't have an answer for him at the moment, so I forgot to say anything. How are you guys doing?
I missed that Mary Page has something going on, and I think Foxy also has something, but I missed what it was last night.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody knows.
Hippie John, the
We're
fisherman.
already talking about it when I came in.
Vibes
Well,
of
for a
life.
long time, I bought my RO at the pet store.
Right. Good grief, with as much RO as I'm going through right now, there's no way I could go through and buy distilled water. Be
Well, me either.
going
Now, but,
gallons
you
and
know,
gallons a day.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have someone like, Skipper, since he had a secret admirer, send him a RO unit.
I know. That was amazing.
See, I actually have an RO unit.
That was.
Yeah.
I have an RO unit that I could set up at the new place that I'm at, but they have the CPVC piping down in the basement where it goes to the sink where I'd hook it up. And that stuff is so brittle, like 5 years after it's been put in, that I don't want to cut on it. I don't want to, because you just end up breaking piece after piece and taking it back.
Right.
Hook it up to a water hose.
No, not water hose. Water hose, in the old days, we used to drink from water hoses all the time.
Yeah.
Water hoses have antifungal agents in it. So it's not the best thing to drink from. And it may be that antifungal doesn't get filtered out in the RO unit.
Huh.
Is that why I've been fungus free all this time?
Yeah, I've been fungus free
from
since
a water
'93
hose
myself. So yeah,
I might have fungus. I don't know. I don't think
we all did that as a kid. I mean, when I was growing up,
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I drank out of the water, the hose, the creek. Like I had a strong
creek?
immune system.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know if I've ever intentionally had.
No, Jess would say the crick, not the creek.
The creek.
The crick. Yep.
Miss Lloyd just messaged you, Jess.
Okay, I'll check it.
CPVC is meant for hot water lines and not drinking. Yeah, well, around here, I don't know about in other parts of the country, but there's a whole 10-year stretch where they were building new houses full of it, and now it's going through and bursting. So all of the disaster restoration companies and plumbing companies are just making piles of cash repiping these $1 million+ homes because the pipes are bursting. And that's without cutting on them or doing anything.
Well, my RO has to be outside because I can't hook it up inside. So I do have to run mine through a water hose, but that's the best I can do.
That's what mine's run through a water hose too. But mine's not run through the old timey water hoses. Mine's run through one of those that it's one of those ones that slink up and then
yeah.
Those.
I love those.
Yeah, I can't carry the big heavy ones, and it drives me up the wall to have to untwist one or try to get a kink out of one, and I just, once those things came along, that's all I use. The problem with them is the endings that will end up freezing to your spigot if you don't take them off pretty often
immediately.
And then, well, we ended up putting I ended up putting one of those
connector.
Because a quick connector you can replace that easy. But that's the only hoses I use. I don't know if it has the same thing in it or not, but yeah. So, Griffin, good morning.
Yeah, you can get those white RV hoses for palatable water.
Yeah.
Potable water.
Palatable water. Well, it's got to be palatable too.
Also palatable.
Is it potable or potable?
I always thought potable. I don't know.
I don't know.
Thought it was potable.
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
All depends where you're from. I just say drinkable.
My one of my former boss men, that he got carpet. We had the cinder block building, and they approved a little budget to get some carpet. So they came by and brought us some samples. He came in, he said, Deb, he said, I'm gonna give you some of that lavender carpet. I like that the best. Lavender instead of lavender.
Oh. Yeah.
And I would try to slide in lavender every once in a while. So he would, because he was telling everybody he was getting lavender, and everybody was like, "What?" You guys,
we are about 6 minutes over past our mid-morning break. So hang on to your pants. We're going to listen to a little bit of that rainbow song. If I can find it. Again.
We're going to listen to Kelly and Steven.
Yeah.
Steven here.
Steven
Steven P. 2003 Aquatics.
Pronounced it good for you.
Got the body of a rainbow. Don't let your picture spinning on my dough. Got that Christmassy feeling. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. It's an unboxing. Need to get them over to my tank and better lighting. Cause I gotta get the B-roll.
It's flowing. I'm trying to focus.
I gotta get the B-roll.
Take a close up and so long.
I gotta get the B-roll.
It's flowing. I'm trying to focus.
I gotta get the B-roll.
Take a close up and so long.
I gotta get the B-roll. Out of all the rainbows, they're the hottest. Liking the way they gonna look when I see them grow. I can't wait for that color. Yeah, gonna go in my 90s. Looking awesome and shiny. Now I got them over to my tank and better lighting. Cause I gotta get the B-roll.
It's flowing. I'm trying to focus.
I gotta get the B-roll.
Take a close up and so long.
I gotta get the B-roll.
It's flowing. I'm trying to focus.
I gotta get the B-roll.
Take a close up and so long.
I gotta get the B-roll. Yeah, my 90's almost stocked up. Gonna get another type of rainbow in a little while. She's got my money declining. Yeah, it's always so exciting to do another unboxing. Then I got them over to the tank and better lighting. Cause I gotta get the B-roll.
It's flowing. I'm trying to focus.
I gotta get the B-roll.
Take a close up and so long.
I gotta get the B-roll.
It's flowing. I'm trying to focus.
Gotta get the B-roll.
Take a close up and so long.
Cause I gotta get the B-roll.
It's flowing. I'm trying to focus.
Gotta get the B-roll.
Take a close up and so long.
I gotta get the B-roll.
It's flowing. I'm trying to focus.
Gotta get the B-roll.
Take a close up and so long.
I gotta get the B-roll.
Well, I guess if there ain't nobody around to push the buttons anymore because I can't afford it.
All right, let's solve this once and for all. Ready?
Get back on what? What are we doing?
How to say potable.
Yeah. Alexa doesn't say anything right. They call Macadam Mac Adams.
So that's the American pronunciation.
But
Let's see
it
the
means
British one.
you can put it in a pot. Who says poke?
Potable.
I did, Shanna.
Potable.
Potable.
Y'all hear that?
Potable? Potable.
Yeah, it's all wrong the way I say it. Right? Potable.
Potable.
That does sound heavily
Well, they
accurate.
call my city.
Yeah, it was a British pronunciation.
They say my city, which is Bossier, they call it Bossier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's like
derriere.
extra fancy.
Yeah, like derriere, Bossier. I'm like, no, you're a little off there.
Well, Christopher and Jason both say it is potable. So, we have a debate now.
It's potable, I promise
Look,
you.
beta,
That's from
beta,
Christopher, not
beta,
me.
potatoes,
Oh, he
beta,
promises.
Okay. So what I'm learning is that Mary Page and Miss Roxanne, they have two separate fundraisers going. One for Miss Mary Page and getting moving, and then the other one is for Miss Roxanne, which was started in Danikin's stream last night because her medical bed that she has to have broke, and insurance will not pay for another one. And so that's what the other fundraiser is for. Now, if anybody has any more info on where to go and how to donate the two separate ways, let us know. That I didn't get quite that far in finding out, but yeah. So that's the two separate.
I put that comment up there because I just wanted to remember Barbara Jackson had a birthday on Saturday as well, and I did not know that until actually Saturday. So I missed it in the live stream announcement.
Well, we missed
Happy
it too,
birthday.
Miss Barbara Jackson. And of course, you've got to get your birthday strong from the morning show. So happy birthday. And also happy birthday to my son, Landon.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. It's your day, don't throw it away. I've come to celebrate in a big way. Another year, so come on and cheer. It's the birthday last frontier. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We're having a good time, making me feel fine. I wish the day would never come to an end. So come on and party, and one day you will see that it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
I'm sorry, it was not Barbara Jackson's birthday. It's
What?
Billie Jean's birthday.
Oh,
Well,
It was definitely somebody's birthday.
it's definitely
Always
Landon's
somebody's
birthday
birthday.
because I gave birth to him on this day 14 years ago. So
You're like, I'm clear on that. Well, happy push day, mama.
Right?
I think it's kind of funny, like, and I had no idea until I was an adult, but like every year on my son's birthday, it's like all I can think about is like the timeline of when he was born, the night before, when I went into the hospital, like through the night. Like I remember it all so clearly because like his birthday like changed my whole entire world because he's my firstborn, you know, like
Well,
his birthday. I
Landon,
love his birthday.
we induced Landon early because Joe's mother was having a triple bypass on Monday. And so for her to be able to get to hold Landon before she had that done, because it was going to be 6 or 7 weeks before she could hold him for the first time, if my doctor wouldn't have induced me the Friday prior. So we were induced that Friday so that Joe's mother could hold Landon and enjoy Landon before she had to have her triple bypass. So that was quite. He was a family or is a family friend too, so that helped out. But my other two, I went into labor first. But with Landon, I was completely induced, didn't go into labor, but did go into labor once induced.
It seems to be common with the first one, with the first baby, like because they're either late or getting it. Like Jenna had to get induced because of blood pressure. About a week and a half before the 40-week mark.
I had to be induced a week and a half after the 40-week mark because Ben was getting huge and making. He was 8 pounds 11 ounces and 22 inches long, and they're like, and I was the size of the house, so they were just like, I couldn't reach around my stomach. It was so far out in front of me.
Oh wow, Fishy behind your a week.
They're just like,
bless her heart.
Yeah, it's time. We're gonna induce you. I'm like,
so I was born a couple of weeks late too, but I was I want to say 22, 23 inches and like 12 pounds.
I would have induced you at 6 months. Like, plenty. That's all he needs.
I don't believe they induced
me. So Doc, I'm over this already. Let's get this going.
Yeah.
Like 80 pounds with Ben, and I was thinking I was going to have a 4-year-old, and I was having a little 8-pound baby, like
come out
12-pound baby by my math. I would have been like a second person of myself just wrapped around my midsection.
What does induced mean? Well,
make you go into labor. Usually, they
go in and they break your water sac, and that induces you.
Oh, they gave me the little pill thing.
The little pill. Well, they did that, but they still had to go in and.
They gave Jenna like an IV drip of Pitocin.
Pitocin. Yeah. Yep. You were found on the banks of the river.
Fishy Mine came out a centimeter an hour.
I have this friend whose family always told her that she's the weird one because they found her out in the dunes. They grew up at the beach, and like from the time she was a little kid, so she has a full-blown complex, like because she believed it.
Oh, bless.
12, and I'm like, wow, you didn't like. Okay, but yeah, it's like a whole thing. She like, oh. Yeah, she had some abandonment issues.
I went to 10 months with my first one, with Colton. I went into my first week of my 10th month, although he was still only almost 8 pounds. But yeah, and then they finally was like, okay, well, we'll induce you. Well, the day that they were going to induce me, I went into labor. So, yep.
When I was supposed to have been, I had the worst cold I've ever had in my whole entire life. And I was like, again, the size of the house. So my lungs are all compressed. So trying to breathe and stuff. And I was so worked up and hormonal in the head that I would just be sitting there bursting into tears and blowing my nose and crying, which only made it worse, saying there was no way I could have a baby like this. I'm like, I won't be able to breathe. No.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Send donations to Roxanne's PayPal. There it is right there. If you can spare anything, they are in need of Fish Fam help, you guys.
Yeah.
And the Fish Fam never lets anybody down, so even if it's $1 counts. First kid was 8 days late, 12 hours of labor. Second kid came a week early and was like maybe 3 hours of labor. And yet my first is always early and my second is always late.
Always late.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the same with my sister because I'm the first and I'm always late. She's the second. She's always early. Hey, maybe that's got to do with something.
Kelly was the first kid on her block who knew what a uterus was.
How about that?
My mother never like held back with the clinical terms for everything either. So I learned probably more than most kids back in the day.
Use
Well,
the right
my
words with
mama
Ben
must
because, like,
not
I
have.
didn't want him sounding like a chucklehead.
Yeah,
Like,
or
if
just
you're gonna talk about it like correctly.
well, they start using the slang words like they're the real clinical words, and then that comes across a little messed up later in life.
Hey, Stephen,
Mm-hmm.
Victoria Lee brings up a very good statement here. I became a Patreon yesterday. I think that's what it's called, right? Do you want to take a moment and talk about fishfam.link?
Yeah, I will take a moment to talk about fishfam.link. I'm wearing the shirt, and I think me and Jenna might be the only people who have our shirts.
I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah, because I cheated and I paid for Rush production. I'm like, I want my shirt. However,
To be the first.
I bought mine on day one when Matt sent me the link, and then so it's like black text with a white outline, and then he updated the design to white text with a black outline. I may be the only person ever to have this inferior version, but you know what? It's mine and it's unique, possibly. But anyway, you can go to patreon.com/fishfamlink and become a patron. If you use FishFamLink, you should support it for as little as $5 a month, or you can set your own amount and give more. And you could cancel Netflix, cancel Disney Plus, not eat for a few days, something like that. And you're good to go.
$5 a month is one burger from McDonald's.
There you go.
Or less.
And there it is.
Can you show us some of the features, like maybe the live page?
Yes. Let's go look at who's live. Look at that. That's a good picture of Catfish Terry.
He looks like
that is a really good picture of him.
I think that's one of those mock-up that everybody's getting.
Everybody's doing that. Yes, I've seen that 3 times now. I think Rocco redid his like that. And then who's the second one?
Mary Page has one.
Well, okay, then that's the 4th one. But there's a couple that has it. A couple that did it. Oh, I don't remember. Anyway, that's I like it. It's cool. But yeah, so a Catfish Terry is live at the moment, and guess who else? We are. The Aquatic Morning Show is live. So at any time, you need to find out throughout the day who is live. All you do is go to fishfam.link, go up here to the live button, and click it, and it will show you who is live at the time. If there's nobody live, it won't show anybody live.
Now, Jess, where would I go if I wanted to figure out how I could get in touch with the Aquatic Morning Show, or maybe like where they are on Instagram and stuff? Is that on here?
I think is that under Discover, right?
You can just type in the search bar on the home page. You can type Jess. You can type Aquatic Morning Show.
What?
And I bet if you go to that page, you could probably find the links to Aquatic Morning Show merch.
Okay. Videos, channels. Okay. Well, I'm logged in, so I'm over here. If
Can you click on Fish Fam link to go back to the homepage?
Maybe. Yes. Okay. Now, search. Where's it at? Okay, what am I doing wrong?
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to do? I'm sorry.
I'm trying to click on the search button.
I can't even. Oh, okay.
Oh, if you click on live and then click on the avatar, it should take us to you.
This avatar?
No, the Aquatic Morning Show.
Yeah, see, go down there. There you go. and that'll take you to YouTube. You can click mains, tails, fur, and fins
Okay.
right above.
Well, it went to a different.
And that'll take you to YouTube. You can click mains, tails, fur. and
Sorry.
fins. Hey, that's me.
There. Because it did.
live.
Yeah, it went to a different page. It
Um,
opened up a new page. So I like and use this a lot, which is the calendar, because I need to know if it's anybody's birthdays. And if you want your birthday noticed and acknowledged, if we don't just happen to find out,
hey, whose birthday is on Wednesday?
birthday is, oh my goodness, Ekins,
Eakins and Ben
Bex.
Backstrom.
Ben Backstorm, not Bex, Ben Backstorm.
Know that. Let me get those.
So we'll have
Right.
to
So the 18th.
acknowledge them tomorrow, since we won't stream Wednesday, except for members only, which I do believe we'll be able to have another members only this week. Which it will also get you the timeline of all of the streams that we know of that wanted their live stream put out. So that's the calendar. The map,
I use it every day when I'm doing my videos.
I do. I use it every day, all day.
So Victoria was asking if she live streams, will her channel show up there too? And I believe, I'm assuming that she is added to Fish Fam Link, and if she's not, I know that Matt will do it pretty quickly. And in which case, yep.
Yeah.
And if you're not on there and you want to hurry up and get on there, you can go to the site, and there's like a feature at the, you can scroll to the bottom and you can actually use like this chat function to add yourself. Report an issue right there on the right side.
And there you go, right there. If you are a patron and you want to support fishfam.link, go right there and it'll walk you right through it.
Yep.
And this is the map of all of us that wanted to be on the map. It doesn't give your exact location, but it gives the close location. So like
Am I on there? I wonder who that is. Damn. Up.
Nope.
Up.
You can scroll
Yeah.
or zoom in and see, because there might be multiple people, especially in the Pacific. No, zoom in. Scroll down and zoom in. Yeah, that'll work too. Control plus scroll. That's it. Yeah, there's probably a bunch of people up there.
Korean Co-op.
Yeah, I
Fish
see
Blue Fish.
a stack
You're
of
not-
pins.
Wait, here's Portland. Okay, but there's a few of them Portland here.
Yeah, and I bet there's a bunch of pins behind it. You have to zoom in, zoom in as much as you can into Pacific Northwest, and you'll see. Yep, I see a bunch of pins, so you got to keep scrolling.
Okay. PNW, Multi-Tank Addiction, and Fish Soberfest.
Shannon's not on there? No, okay, that is a serious oversight.
I
Well,
probably
she's in the
didn't
process
send
Where's
it out
Alex?
to send where it was
She's
supposed to send
moving,
it.
so maybe that's why
And
she's not on
Alex,
there.
Alex is north in Seattle.
up here.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's not on here either.
Really?
I think you got
Well, no, a lot of
it.
that he got off of Miss Susan's map,
Yeah.
whatever she had at
Mhm.
the time.
Right.
And so you kind of need to let him know so he can add you.
Yeah.
But he's also added a new feature over this past 3 or 4 days,
What's that?
which something about getting notified.
Oh, he's working on that, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's released it, I think, too. But I don't understand the dynamics yet.
It may
Is
that
it
same push
now?
app. I've been beta testing that for him for a few months. It works pretty well. There's some hoops you got to jump through to get it going, but once you do, it's very it's seamless.
So, I mean, is it like a text message or
It's like you get a push notification on your phone, like when you get an email or
Oh, okay.
something like that. It's the same thing.
All right. So if anybody has any questions about fishfam.link, there are several of us that can help you out or get that answer for you. And like we said, we use fishfilm.link. I use it all day long. So
There we go.
Matt with Only Fins Liquid Zoo.
And he paid for his own cup.
Mhm.
I won the,
Pretty cool.
well, I didn't win it, but he won a part of an auction on Stephen's, where Stephen put up a thing of spices and teas and 2 coffee mugs of your choice from Fish Fam. So I chose Matt as one of them, but he won the bid, but he gave it to me.
Aw.
Aw.
So
Well, we got Greg's Planet Tanks, Miss Barbara Jackson, Eduardo, Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics. We had a few people come in as we've been here talking.
Greg said the notifications work well.
Sweet. Well, I need to do
He
that.
Listen too.
Yes, I need to do that. Now, will it be the same notifications as like you get from YouTube? So you'll get YouTube notifications and fishfam.link. So if somebody goes live, you'll get a notification from both.
Except the fishfam.link notifications are basically 100% reliable, whereas you know sometimes YouTube doesn't send you a notification.
Correct.
Or they send it like 3 hours later.
Yeah.
Now here's another question. What about our members only streams? Since YouTube, only does it when you first, it won't do the members only.
No, it's because they're hidden, and so like all these APIs that I guess hook into YouTube, they can't see them because like
Okay, kind of like StreamYard can't pick up the
YouTube needs to fix that.
comment.
They need to figure something out. And like it needs to be in your regular feed. Like if you're a member, it should recognize you're a member. And if you're scrolling through YouTube, the live should be in your feed, and it should notify you and all that.
Oh, good deal, Brendan. Thanks.
Now I've got a question. Now I know on the calendar, you put your regular recurring streams or predetermined streams or whatever. But I think when you pop up on that live, say if I wanted to go live today and I'm not on the calendar, I think it's going to still show everybody that I'm live if you just click on fishfam.link and check the lives, right? You don't have to be listed on the calendar for it to do that. If you're in the database.
Oh, yes, that's right. Because pop-ups and stuff will notify you.
Mike.
All right.
Key.
All right, you guys. It is now time for fish history and scientific news with our very own Alex from the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. He goes out of his way to do this, and he does put it on his members only on his
channel.
Hey,
everybody, welcome to Fishtory.
He's jumping on me here.
Show about fish news, history.
Just super eager to get started.
That's right. Want to put on here. So I hope you guys are having a good morning. I want to put this episode at the beginning of the week. I actually already recorded some episodes and already said welcome to the week and everything. So you're going to get a second welcome because this one was exciting, and I found this one right before uploading the videos and had to add it to the list. And that is that scientists are celebrating 212 new freshwater fish species, including a blind eel found on school grounds for blind children in India, and a fish with the Latin name Wolverine that is armed with hidden blade weapons. So they just put out the new species report from 2021, which is released by the conservation organization Shoal, which is an acronym. It's for freshwater fish specifically, and it's a great organization. Their website's a really good place to look for news and interesting articles about threatened fish, and it's all freshwater stuff. A lot of aquarium hobby stuff is covered, but their newest report is all about last year's fish, and it's finally published and out for the public, and it's all the new fish species, all 212 put together into a report, so you can check it out. But they want to show how diverse and remarkable the world's often undervalued freshwater species are, especially when a third of them are being threatened with extinction currently all around the world. If you count up all 18,200 and some fish species, they're under threat of extinction in a full 35 4% of the species out there. And we tend to find somewhere between 100 and 200 new species a year generally. And imagine what that would be if we weren't losing so many fish every year. We've lost 80 fish in the last year that they can confirm, and that's 10 years without a sighting in the wild, usually, sometimes 15. But it's sad. So let's go over some of the fish that we have found, though, and in some weird places, too. So turns out there's still plenty to discover out there. And it's fascinating that over 200 new fish species can be described in just a single year. Harmony Patricio is Shoal's conservation program manager, and you might see the new level of discovery for organisms like plants, insects, but not really for vertebrates, not for mammals or reptiles or birds. And so it's pretty cool that freshwater fish and saltwater still have so many species that need to be discovered and explored and listed to the west. Of course, they're known probably to the natives in the area, but in some cases they're not, like in several of the cases we're about to talk about in a second. So it means there's still hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of freshwater species out there in the world to discover, and that scientists don't know about yet. Plus a whole lot of species that are miscategorized, or that they think it's all one species and it's actually several, like the sunfish in America. So it's kind of interesting. But one of those exceptional fish that was discovered in the last year is a wolverine pleco, the Hopalancistris wolverine, which earned its name because of the X-Men character with the spines. So this species has a strong lateral curve, and there's spikes that come off it tucked under its onodontodes and gill covers, and they can jab anybody who tries to grab them by the head. It's been known that there are spikes under the pectoral fins of a lot of catfish, or even in the tail or the dorsal area. But on the face and head is kind of an interesting one, and in the gills is another interesting one. And other related species in the same family of fish don't have these spines, and they don't demonstrate the behavior of shaking their face when handled. So quite a few finger injuries were reported while collecting this specimen and analyzing it for cataloging. So an average of 4 freshwater fish species were newly discovered each week last year. And findings include a bright red Mumbai blind eel, and it's really hard to say, the Racthomathathias, totally butchered that, Mumbai, which has no fins, scales, or eyes, and it was found at the bottom of a well on the grounds of a school that is for blind children. So blind eel found in a well at a blind school, underground eel living in like an aquifer or an underground cave that must have been breached by the well. So then there was the tiny translucent Daniela cerebrum, which I talked about earlier, which was discovered in Myanmar, and it's only slightly larger than your pinky nail, and it's a really cool little fish. There was also the colorful Kijumunu and Bungaragaya gobies, and one of those is Lentips Kijamuna, and the other one is Lentips Bunagayaja in southern Japan, named after the woodland sprite fairy creatures in Okinawan folklore because of their bright orange color and kind of neon glow to them when they're spawning, which is pretty cool. So back to that little Daniela found in Myanmar. It's gotten researchers curious because the male has the ability to make this drumming sound by tapping on a thin strip of cartilage in its own swim bladder like a drumstick. And it's a relatively complex and unusual form of communication for such a tiny little creature. And the same species also has no roof to its skull. So only a 3-layer thick cell membrane covers its brain, which is another bizarre thing, making it possible for scientists to study its brain activity twinned with the functioning of not harming or altering the fish at all. So out of the, here comes the actual number, 18,267 species of fish that we now know with this year's 212. That is just a handful of them that I wanted to touch on. And there's also a report that's kind of interesting called the World's Forgotten Fish Report by the World Wildlife Federation. And it looks at a lot of the fish that were discovered and that have been cataloged and that are relied on for food, or that were a big staple in the trade, or were used for some byproduct that they had, whatever that may be, and that now are no longer used and haven't been thought of, and they're close to extinction. So that was kind of another interesting thing that's out, and that Shoal and the World Wildlife Federation have put together. So I definitely recommend you guys check out Shoal if you don't know about them. All right, guys. Well, that's what I have for you today. I'm not going to list all 212 species. We'll have to wait later for that. And a lot of them, honestly, are kind of boring silver fish to a lot of people. But I'm sure they have interesting behaviors, undoubtedly very different from one another. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. And back to you, Jess. Have a good one. Have a great week, everybody.
And we're
I'm
back.
pigeon nerd. I almost waved goodbye to Alex when he said bye. I'm like, bye, Alex.
Goofball. It seems like something I would do though. Where's the timestamp? That's it. I got it written down. There. All right. We're good for timestamp to start tomorrow now, even if I miss it. There was something else that I noticed that I wanted to talk about. Oh, the Pack-a-Bowl. Miss Dee Dee, do you want to talk about the Pack-a-Bowl contest from Jason?
Well, we have, I think we can actually even play his video.
Okay.
Let me finish this one link I'm trying to post because it's hung up. I don't know what to do with it. I can't finish it.
I got my bowl, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I have seen Greg's bowls. He did too.
I'm going to do a second one now because I got inspired for another idea watching his stream yesterday. So,
Oh, Dee Dee, we're not coming back this Friday.
Yeah, I was about to
It's
say.
the first
like,
Friday of each month.
yeah,
so
that's
June
I didn't
3rd.
I'm like, no.
No, it'd be the first Friday of every month. Okay.
Ladies' night, the new ladies' night.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
I haven't gotten a bowl yet. Where did everybody get their bowls? Because I looked on Amazon and I found this like bio orb thing, but it's like $150 and it feels like it reeks of cheating because it's got like a built-in filter and built-in light and like.
Hey, look, if you got the funds to swing for that, I would do that for sure.
I don't.
Yeah.
But you can go to Hobby Lobby for one of their bowls for $10.
I
You
believe
can
the
also
prize.
use a giant vase.
So yesterday or Saturday when we went to the lake,
Thrift
I brought
stores.
home a little friend. So I was getting some. This is the Salvinia that we were talking about the other day. Is what it looks like out in the lake. That's what Salvinia looks like, but the roots can get way longer. In fact, I do have some outside where the roots are like really long, but that is what our Salvinia in the lake that's taken over Lake Vistino looks like. It comes, I mean, it gets huge. But what I found in one of these Salvinia out in the middle of the lake, probably gonna be really hard to see.
Make yourself big.
Yeah.
Now make yourself focused.
Can you see him right there?
Make yourself 4K. I see something like
Yeah, there's definitely something brown and moving, sort of.
brown
Is
and
it a
moving.
crab?
It's a little crawfish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, now we got it.
It's a little murder fish.
This little guy was out in the middle of the lake on some Salvinia. I don't know what he was doing out there by himself, but I just pulled it up.
Desperately clinging to life.
Put it on we were on the kayaks, and I go out on the kayak and find stuff. I found some driftwood and then picked up the Salvinia and had thrown it on the kayak to make it back to the boat, the houseboat, and then found that little guy sitting in
He
it.
really was a hitchhiker.
Yeah. And so now he's moving. Although I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I was going to make him the center thing for the pack-a-bowl. But there's only one of him. And I figured I wanted another if I wanted one. So I really haven't decided what I'm going to do with him or where I'm going to put him yet. I'm scared if I put him with one of my bettas that he's still too small and that they may pick on him.
I would put him in that bowl, because if you put two of those little guys in a bowl, you're only going to end up with one anyhow.
Thunderdome.
They don't like super play well with each other as far as like, no.
I don't believe they do.
But apparently those self-replicating ones don't.
That's what I need. I
Take
need
care
to
of
be one of
their-
them self-replicating ones.
Well, speaking
Hopefully
of
it's
the
not
pack-
a what? Oh, the self-cloning? I would love it if it was a self-cloning. Cray might
I
fight a
can
lot.
get one of those from Kenny, but I don't know what I would do with, because apparently they just clone like crazy.
How
And I
long
don't
would it
wanna-
take
Don't
to
they
make
become-
a whole sack of crawfish with
They-
one self-cloning crawfish?
Miss
They
Susan
get
said
pretty
they
good size.
eat
They get
plants
like
too.
prawn size.
Yeah. So if you just start with one, how until you have like enough for a crawfish boil?
They're illegal.
Dude.
They are illegal now. Everywhere.
Wow. Well, here we go, y'all, with the rules and all.
Okay.
All right.
And
Okay,
I
but
think
here's the thing. That
he did
very
extend it,
clearly
right?
says bowl.
Yeah.
It doesn't say vase or that stuff. It says bowl.
Well, because pack a bowl.
I think it's a play on words, Shanna.
I think they want you to pack a small, clear container.
So, like, I could do a cylinder.
You sure can.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
could do an octagon.
Yep.
I got one
Yep.
of those in the garage.
You could
I
buy
think
a
so much
big
in the
old
garage.
Christmas ornament and pack that.
Yes. See that thing right there I got?
You can pack a
It's a big
mason
old vase.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a big vase.
Okay,
You
I'm in
can
this.
get a
And he
giant
did say
snail
it
shell
doesn't
and
have to
pack
be-
that.
It don't have to be glass, but it needs to be clear. It can be like acrylic or plastic, but you have to be able to see through it.
Can you pack a bag?
Mhm.
Just make a biotope in a fish bag.
Well,
Like how can we skirt the rules as much as possible?
Alex is telling me not to be pedantic, but I don't think he understands that that's like my personality. I'm like, wait, what?
I think they were starting off like packing a bowl and it maybe
Yeah.
grew into
It's a
the
morning show,
contest.
you guys. Jess, you're muted.
Ew.
Oh,
I've been
and see, and here we have the details right there on fishfam.link.
Where you can go for anything you need to know. Pretty much.
And look at Matt trying to steal that $50 prize.
Oh, Liquid, you better be
I
careful.
know.
Kenny already tried that, got shut down. He's gonna be real
yeah.
fussy if he sees you're squealing in under the.
I mean, I got one that's been set up for like almost a year and a half, but I'm gonna do a new one.
I specifically remember Fishymon saying, "Do not set up or do not enter an established bowl."
Wait,
See, I can't even use
that
that
one.
one, even though that would have been cool for it, but I can't use it because I already had it set up.
Oh, where did you? I was asking. I guess while I was muted, where did you get that cylinder? Oh, you said at the.
That one came from Hobby Lobby.
Oh,
So I think Brookley found our bowls at Michael's or Marshall's, one of those, whichever one is most likely to sell those bowls. I forget which is which.
both
Probably
actually
Michael's.
would.
Michael's
but
is the craft store.
Michael's would be the craft
Yeah,
store.
okay, that's what I was. Yeah, the
So
craft.
Greg, he has two bowls, right? One of them is the same as the one that he gave me, and the other one is the size of a softball. It is so cute, and the way that he did it, it's awesome. If you haven't seen it, I can't wait for him to show you it. It's cool. It is cool.
Well, would a
can't
seed shrimp qualify floating around and swimming around in that little teeny tiny aquarium?
Yeah,
Ours
that's
came
like-
from Walmart. Okay.
Some
We can
people
never-
are going to use cheese puff containers, like you get at
Yeah,
Sam's or
That
whatever.
works too.
I used
That's
that for I used that as a brine shrimp container for the longest time.
And that samurai
Nice bike.
bottom stuff would have been a good container for this too.
2 bikes.
But I'm going to bring this one back.
So this is the super sick garage that I've been helping to clean out. And here, up top,
Yeah.
is the first fish tank I found. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
like
like
a
an
little-
octagon
Yep.
or 6-sided.
How many gallons do you think it is?
Maybe.
what?
There's stuff everywhere that's cool. See that? It's just a big glass window.
How long have you been helping clean the garage out? Because I feel like you got a ways
About
to go.
4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. But
That's the kind of
also,
stuff I like to do.
I found this whole little toolbox and we
Yeah.
cleaned it out,
Mm.
and they said I can have it to put my makeup in.
Oh, that's
And
actually
then-
very nice.
Very
I
industrial.
found this secret cool room that is completely full of stuff, but it has, hold on, wait
A
for it.
secret room in the
Wait for
garage. Oh.
Turn on light. Oh, the lights aren't really working,
Oh.
Hey, that pot to the left there, you could use as a guppy pond.
right? And then
Yeah.
there's, oh,
I use
you
a
just
toolbox
can't
as a
quite see
jewelry
'em.
box.
There's like a 20-gallon tank and then this tiny little baby. Oh, geez. Can you guys
Whose
see that?
garage is this?
Yeah, I see that. Barely.
It's
It's
like
dark.
a baby bow front.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can also go to thrift stores and find cool bowls.
Shannon,
So
whose
like-
garage
Everything.
are you
Remember
in?
that they had those, Shanna?
What was it?
Did they not remember they had them?
No. No. This is all stuff that's buried like 10 feet back.
Oh man, I would love to get into that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's a treasure. Wait, hold on. I gotta show you some of this stuff. Like, you see this thingy? And that?
Mhm.
I don't know
Yep.
what that's for, but it's sick. And then also, hold on.
Well, pump.
You
Don't know
could
what
watch
that's
me
for, but
die.
it's sick.
That's what it looks like inside your aqua lifter pumps. They're just little tiny ones.
Look at that cool mask.
That would scare me if I woke up in the morning and seen that.
Oh, I would love it. And then look at all those tools. That's a toolbox. And there's golf clubs and super sick motorcycles.
Alex.
Wow.
There's everything in here.
Yes. I brought
Everything
Rico.
a person could need.
Earmuffs for
Yeah.
running outboard on water hose. That's right. That's what that was. And Greg would know that because he works on boats. That thing that had the two rubber things on the end of it, Shanna,
Yeah.
he said looked cool. You put
Yeah.
that on the motor of a boat to run, if it's out of the water, to be able to run water through it if it's out of the water, because you don't want to run the motors out of water. And so that's a way to run water through it. You put that thing on it to test it.
Well, then
Yeah,
tell
that's what I
Greg
have seen this before.
he has to see this because they were a little bit into boats. These are all trophies and photos from
From
boat
what?
racing. From
From
boat racing,
boat
like drag racing boats,
Yes,
basically.
Too coolie for schoolie. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are almost out of time. Miss Dee Dee. Oh, look at that. I almost bought one of them. I almost bought one of them.
This
You're at
is
the
my
dollar
hospital tank, but I'm going to reset that up.
Punch
They
bowl.
have them at the dollar store for like $5,
That makes water changes convenient.
right?
Absolutely.
Just make sure your substrate's lower than the
Especially
Right.
like when I had little bettas that needed hospitalization, you change that water so easy. Now, what was it you wanted me to bring up?
the live streams for the rest of the day.
Oh,
Bye, I need a dab. That's right, you guys. Also, Rico will be going next at my 11:15, Miss Dee Dee's 12:15, and so on and so forth.
yeah, I missed Rico last week. Glad he's back.
That's right. We need our Rico.
Mm-hmm. And if y'all missed Saturday, he did a focus on with Brooklyn Bell.
Yes, that was
Oh,
fun.
I missed that one. I have to go back and watch it.
I'm so used
I
to
was
sharing
there.
my link.
And then Doc will be going after Rico. Dr. Anthony will be going after Rico. So we have a good full day of streams.
And wet your
Sweet.
plants coming on.
And Wet Your Plants also. What are we going to be
missed
learning
that
about Wet Your
already.
Plants?
Well, Wet Your Plants today is going to be about all the things that go into a high-tech tank and whether or not they're actually sacrificing the well-being of the fish. Since some people think
Yeah,
like
for the
putting
Monday
fish
night.
first is, yeah,
I
you'll
hear
see.
ya. Good topic. Caged Aquatics, good to see you. And Ace Catfishing, thanks for coming.
Here we go. Eastern Standard Time. Happy belated birthday, BJ Palmer. At 9 a.m., we start off the morning with Father Fish. At 10 is the Aquatic Morning Show. Manes, tails, fur, and fins. Just in the crew. 10 a.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. At 12:15 is Afternoon Chatter Live with Rico Stan. It's Aquarium Conservation with Dr. Anthony from Orcop at 1:30. Geek Out with Chattanooga Ed and Rico at 3. Next up is Corvus Austin at 4. At 5 is Wet Your Plants with Stephen P. 2003 and Kelly Foreman, and more than likely Fast Kitty. It's Monday Musings on Fantastic Freaks at 6. 7 is Monday Mayhem, Mr. and Mrs. Metalhead, Josh and Guest. And next up is Michael's Fish Room at 7. And also at 7 is the members only stream on Steam 5 Aquatics, followed by the regular stream at 8 on Steam 5 Aquatics. That's 5 if you didn't know. And at 9 is the Garden of Eder with none other than Lance. At 10, in the hot spot, Fishy is Aquatic. And at 10:45, it's the secret history living in your aquarium with Alex. And that's it for Monday. Liquid Zoo, Matt. Thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfan.link and let the 32138. Thanks for your live stream calendar as well on your site.
And thank you, Miss Dee Dee, for doing that. It's such a big help. And remember, you can always go to fishfam.link to see who's up at that time and who may be coming up at the calendar. MFTAQ says, great stream, and thank you for making it through my day. And we hope that we do that for all of you guys. I'm going to try something new going out. I'm going to play Algae from Glassbox Hero. But I'm going to show the upcoming events since I really didn't get to go over them. So we'll have that song in the background and you can be looking at the events. I'm going to see if that works. I don't know if it's going to reverb on me or not. If it does, just let me know. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me on panel today. And I'm so excited you get to be here, Shanna. I'm so excited when you get to And always, Miss Dee Dee and Mr. Steven, thank y'all so much for helping me out on panel. And as always, thank you to lurkers that will be lurking, that were lurking, and replay crew, and of course everybody that is already here in live time. We will see you guys in the morning. Love ya.
I'm bothered by this algae. One step from new cave, this'll take. Going in with the brush in my hand, swishing on road. Does not say to get it allowed. I just can't take it anymore. What it takes to get all of this algae gone. You are not something I want. To get out of my tape. You do not belong. There is no other way. I'll decide to know life by me. No! Change! Back! That's what I say! No! Change! Back! Don't get in my way! Don't get in my way! Harry String and blackberry things growing around. Just can't quite pull all of it out. Lose your face inside of me, firing fox. Ah!